Shalom, all praise be to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles of great millstone that rule with honor and diligence and honesty, brothers out there pushing this truth and love and sincerity to wake up the elect. Peace and blessing be to the elect and their families. This is just a quick scripture breakdown. Hopefully it's edifying to the body. I was just reading in Wisdom of Solomon, the first chapter. And I came across this scripture, Wisdom of Solomon. Hold on, let me pull it up on here too. Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 12. It says, "Seek not death in the era of your life, and pull not upon yourselves destruction with the works of your hands." And that can be talking about, you're not supposed to be seeking to harm yourself or commit bodily harm to yourself, as an acts of destroying your body or suicide, or trying to trying to take yourself out, But there's a deeper fold to this, Hold on. Hopefully this area is not too loud. There's a deeper fold to this, when you read up, it's talking about certain sins that you can commit that will get you in trouble, and that you have to be really careful that you're not committing these certain things, man. Now, of course, the scriptures say that the just complain continually, about the things that's in this life, but we have to be careful, because there's a thin line between complaining and murmuring. There's a thin line between seeking counsel about a personal situation between brothers and talking shit about the brother. And there's certain things that you have to be really careful when it comes, because you may think that you're not doing nothing wrong, and Satan will creep in there and put thoughts in your mind, and then it'll become a bigger issue, and the apostles, the apostle Tahar said something, at camp. I don't know if it was, I think it was last weekend, at one of the camps. I know I watched the two camps back to back because I had missed that previous weekend because I was on the road. But I was watching them on the highway, on the way back, from going up north. And he said, big problems come from small problems, So when you read up, in this chapter, it's talking about murmuring, backbiting, blaspheming, things that you can do, things that you can commit without if you're not careful and watching over yourself, is murmuring. You can murmur. You can, you can think, you complaining about a situation, but that can easily turn to murmuring, an unjust thing, man. If you don't keep it in check, man. And the way I found out how to deal with those things is just don't dwell on that shit, man. Hey, some years back, I don't, I asked the Apostle Tahar, I was like, hey, we deal with small camps, and you dealing with all of Israel. I was like, man, I couldn't have that job. I was like, I was like, just, I was just, You know, the Lord took a you know a certain kind of person to deal with these kind of jobs, man. You know, and I'm not saying brothers are are giving the apostles a hard time, but I'm just you read about it in the scriptures, man. Moses Moses said, hey, ask the Lord to take him out because Israel was rock-headed, man. And I'll never forget what Apostle Tahar said because it kind of shocked me. He said, man, you know what? He said, I don't give a fuck. He said it, it was like, I was like, oh shit, let me shut up. I hope I didn't make him mad, he said, brother, hey, I don't be giving a fuck, brother. And now I understand what he was saying. It's not that he don't love, his people. It's just that he don't dwell on shit, And it took me a long time to understand, like, certain times the apostles say things that go over your head, man, and you don't get it. You don't get what they were saying until you experience the things that help them get to the point where they are, Everything you don't just get straight off. Sometimes you gotta go through the experience of sometimes you got to go through the experience of things, man, to have full understanding of what they mean. And certain times being around certain apostles, they say things that that may go over your head, and then when you deal with it, it's like, oh, that's what he was talking about. You can't dwell on shit. You can't overwhelm yourself with shit. And the Lord said, man, hey, the Lord tell you, cast your cares upon him, man, and let him deal with it. But it's hard for certain people to do that. Coming in the faith, it's hard for certain people to do that. Because we've become so used to being alone and handling everything ourselves. We have to learn how to take ourselves out of the equation. And that's very important, man, because we need the Lord to handle these. Man, if you don't understand that you need the Lord to handle these things and make them easier for you to deal with, then you got a major problem, man. But I'm a I'm gonna read this scripture. I don't want to just be going off the topic. It's verse Wisdom of Solomon 1:12. It says, "Seek not death in the era of your life, and pull not upon yourself destruction with the works of your hands." You're not supposed to be trying to harm yourself, but in a deeper aspect, you're not supposed to be doing shit that's gonna get you punished by the Lord. You have to consider. You got to consider things that you do, that you can get punished, man. Now everybody, in the truth, everybody gonna do shit out of ignorance because you don't come in the truth knowing everything, and that's a part of you being humble, staying humble is you make mistakes, but there comes a certain point in your walk where you got to catch these mistakes and you gotta fix them, because. And you gotta, in order to catch those mistakes, you gotta be growing. You gotta be growing consistent. You gotta be on a consistent growing basis. And you never stop growing in this faith, man. You never get to a point where you be like, yeah, this is it. This is where I'm gonna stay at. And you always moving forward. You always pressing. That's why the scriptures tell press towards the mark for the higher calling, man. You're not gonna reach the highest calling in this flesh. So you're supposed to be consistently moving forward. Take some people more time to learn certain things, but hey, it's all a work. It's all a work in progress, man. Until the Lord give us these spiritual bodies and we be perfect, man. But long as you're working towards being better and your efforts are sincere, then the Lord will have mercy, man. But if maliciousness creep in there, then it's gonna be a problem, man. So like you. Yeah. So you can't be doing things that's gonna get you in trouble with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because that's gonna cause you harm. And it's truth, man. You gotta be careful what you do. You gotta be careful how you move. You gotta be careful how you treat people. You may think you're right in a certain situation and you're wrong, man. And when you receive correction, you gotta make sure you don't get offended. Because if you're wrong, you're gonna get corrected. And that's the love of the Lord correcting you. So you can't take offense to correction. Correction may not come as soft all the time, because you at a point where you're supposed to know things. And the spirit will get agitated with you if you're not abounding, man. If you're not overcoming levels in the faith, man. And the spirit will get harsh with you, man. But you got to know to not get offended. And just take it for what it is, man. When you get your feelings involved in shit, your feelings will fuck over you, man. Because we in this flesh, man. You get your emotions are a faith killer, man. And your own personal emotions are a humility killer. So don't, make sure you're not doing things to add more punishment to your life, to add, to add more hurt to yourself, man. And the best way to do that is just stay humble, and just let put things in the Lord's hands. Pray, Lord, if I'm wrong, show me I'm wrong. If it's another person that's wrong, Lord, show them they wrong. Lord, hey, this situation, I'm putting it in your hands. And have faith that the Lord gonna deal with it. And faith, the trying of your faith work in patience. So don't think the Lord, you got to do this today, because He don't got to do it today. He don't got to do it this year. But you got to have patience, man. But hey, that's it. Gotta go back here on the plan T. So, hey, with that, all praise be to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Makar Kodash, double honors to the apostles, honors to you brothers out there pushing this truth, and to you sisters that believe and call the name Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We'll say peace and blessings to you and your family as well. Shalom.